Aita for not attending my daughter's wedding? A little background. I'm a 52-year-old man and I just recently found out my youngest daughter, who is 22, is getting married. She lives in Washington and works as an elementary school teacher. She doesn't come home often as she has her own life pretty far from where we live. Recently she came home for her brother's, also my son's, baby shower as he and his wife are expecting their fourth kid. I was happy to see her but was surprised when I saw a middle-aged man with her. She then told me he was her fiancé. My ex-wife and girlfriend were so happy, as were my kids and my daughter-in-law. I then found out my daughter was marrying a 42-year-old man. I was shocked and automatically did not approve. This man was only 10 years younger than me, and I didn't appreciate the fact of him dating my young daughter. My family talked to him, and he's a good guy. He's got his own contracting business and makes a lot of money. However, I couldn't shake the thought of this grown man taking advantage of my daughter. I was very uncomfortable, and to make it worse, I found out she started dating him when she was 18. I nearly blew a gasket because all I could think was my barely legal daughter being taken advantage of by a then 38-year-old man. The next weekend she called me and asked if I'd save the date for May 25th, as that's when she'd be getting married. She said her fiancé opted to pay for the immediate family flights to Washington. I told her it wouldn't be a problem as I wouldn't be attending. She asked why, and I told her I didn't feel comfortable with her marrying a man 20 years older than her. She told me she loved him and he loved her, and that after they got married he told her she wouldn't have to work and he'd support her. She decided she loved working and was okay with continuing to work. He was fine with that. I told her I understood all that, but I just couldn't shake the icky feeling of my daughter practically marrying someone who could be her father. She told me she'd be heartbroken if I didn't attend because she wanted me to walk her down the aisle as she dreamed. While I felt guilty, I stuck to my guns. She hung up on me, and when I got home my girlfriend asked why I wouldn't attend the wedding, and I told her my reasons. She said that wasn't good enough and that this was an important day for my daughter. My ex-wife was also angry, as was my other daughter. The only one who sided with me was my son, as he would also not be attending due to not wanting to see that, as it disgusted him for his younger sister to marry an older man, as well as his wife's issue with flying since she was close to having her baby. Now as I write this, my ex-wife informed me my daughter was crying her eyes out over the phone due to my son and I not attending her wedding. She said she didn't want to get married if her brother and dad weren't there, and she called the wedding off. After months of planning her dream wedding, she and her fiancé decided to elope instead, then take their honeymoon to Switzerland. I feel terrible as I know my daughter has been so excited about the wedding she planned. So, am I the bad guy?